So apparently the Army, or at least the United States Army, is doing away with shark attacks. So I figured I'd share my shark attack story because I feel like this shouldn't be taken out because this is like a fond memory of mine. Not really well, it wasn't a fond memory at the time when it was happening, but you know, it builds character. And I don't know why they would take it out. There's really no reason to take it out. That's part of like the whole thing. So for those of you who don't know, Shark Attack is like the initial meeting of your drill sergeants. That is when you see the drill sergeants you're going to be with for the next 3 months and who transition you over from being a civilian, also from a civvy, transition you from being a civvy to like a soldier, right? It's just funny when people like using the word civilian is just so weird. Mainly because everybody in the army is basically like bad. Well, not bad, but like they're just there's nothing special about them, to be honest. Okay, so the drill sergeants that you're going to be with for the 3 months, those are not the ones that you initially see. You know, you see those videos on YouTube where like, oh, you come in with your regular civilian clothes, right? And then the drill sergeant comes into the bus and he tells you to get off his bus, and then you start getting... It's not those. That's when you're going into reception. After reception is over, they line us up, they give us all this equipment. They give us all this equipment. They give us like 2 duffel bags full of it, and everybody has a hard time carrying it because it's like so much. And like there's a bunch of drill sergeants around, and we gotta like hold out our IDs or something like that. It's been a while, but we gotta hold out our IDs while doing this, and then we just like stand there waiting at the position of attention, and then we're waiting on the bus to come pick us up. So then we go into the bus after leaving reception. When we're in this bus, like there's like no room. Like it's so hard to fit in your seat with all these bags on you, but you got to make it happen, right? And then it's completely silent. Like the bus ride, like it's only like a 3-minute, 4-minute, 5-minute, something like that bus ride between where my company was and the reception area. 5 minutes, we'll just say 5 minutes. It is dead silent because you can't speak. You're not supposed to speak, but like it's like pretty hauntingly silent. Then we stop, and then we're told to get out of the bus as fast as possible. Like the drill sergeant gets off of because the drill sergeant's the one that's driving. He's like, get the fuck out of my bus as fast as possible, or something along those lines. And then everybody starts sprinting out, but like they make us go, I forget, I think it's from back to front, so we gotta go fast. But like we also had to keep some sort of like single file line type of thing, you know. If I remember correctly, it's from front to back. So then like they gotta hurry up, and it's kind of hard to get up from out of these seats with these bags on you because it was already hard enough to sit down. It's gonna be even harder to stand up. You gotta like do this awkward little stand, and there's like no room. But everybody's like fighting for themselves. Like nobody cares about anybody else because everybody's like running fast out of the bus because that's what we were told to do. And then so by where the stairs are and the door is like a little like okay, so you got the seat right here, the driver's seat. You got the stairs right here, and then like up to the right there's like this little like where the railing is at, but there's no railing. It's just like a little like there's just nothing there. It's just like it's like a down little slant, whatever. Well, I was heading out to go down the stairs, like I was going fast as possible, but like I said, everybody's over there fighting for themselves, so everybody's like rushing in, and we all have our bags, and I got pushed into the little railing over here, and I fell for like a second or two, like a second and a half, and I quickly got up. Like I was gonna get stampeded. I was like getting stampeded on. We're told to run to this white little bubble enclosure thing. That's where we're all running to. And then on the way, like there's a drill sergeant right outside the bus, and on like the trail leading up to it, you're just like running while all of them are yelling at you. And then if like you're going too slow, you see some people like going too slow, or they can't run anymore, and like they're just getting hounded on while you're running past, and you see all these people getting literally like 3 drill sergeants hounded on them. You're just happy that they're not paying attention to you because you're kind of blending in if you're just running along, and you're like, wow, that sucks to be them. All right, so then we go to the bubble, right? And like there's this big, like we go to the bubble and they make us get into formation, and we're like just carrying our bags onto over our heads, and we're doing like squats with the bag over our head. I don't know how much this weighs. I'm assuming it's like a 30-pound bag, and then if I remember correctly, we also have another like 30-pound bag on our backs. And then we gotta do squats, then do push-ups with it on top of us, and they're like they're just walking around and looking for like the people that can't do it, so they can yell at them even more. You have the drill sergeant standing on top of the platform telling us which exercise to do and how to do it exactly. We got to do it exactly what he's doing, and then we have a bunch of drill sergeants around making sure we're doing what we're told to do. So yeah, we got to do all these exercises. And people, I mean, I wasn't physically capable at all. I was 130 pounds barely. I had to I barely got into the army because my weight was so low. And then people were pretending to faint, or I mean, I'm assuming they were pretending to faint because that's what the drill sergeants were saying, because people were just like, they would like collapse, right? They would like collapse. And I couldn't see, you can't like look behind you or anything to see what's going on. So this is all coming from what I heard, because I'm supposed to just keep my eyes straight forward and just do what I'm supposed to do, because I'm not trying to bring any attention onto myself. But from what people were collapsing. I know too, because there was one that was like, they were yelling at that person for collapsing, and they're like, we got another one over here. And then after we go through like an hour or two, not even, maybe like an hour, maybe even less than that, I don't remember, they make us run to our company building. I was in Bravo Company, and then they split us up. So I was in first platoon, and then there was 3 platoons, and all the platoons have like their own drill sergeants, like their main drill sergeants. And then they make us get into formation by platoon, and that's who we're going to be with for the rest of the time. And then they make us go inside the building. Going up the stairs was very difficult too, just standing there with all the bags. Our shoulders are hurting. We just did all this. We're all exhausted, right? So then we gotta go inside our bay. This is where like the bunk beds are and stuff. It's not like those. I mean, a lot of the movies that have like the bunk beds and stuff is like the Marine Corps. It's kind of similar. It's just a bunch of bunk beds, but it looks. I have terrible drawing skills. If you haven't discovered that by the beginning of this video already. But we gotta go to our bay. It's called the bay, First Platoon Bay, and then there's this big red square rectangle thing in the middle. It's called the kill zone. We're not supposed to step into the kill zone. So the beds are lined up, and it kind of did a good job, I guess, when it comes to drawing our, like, the people. The stick figures are us, the privates, and then the beds are right there. You see how close? There's like no room to walk. The kill zone takes up the majority of the entire bay, and we're not supposed to walk in the kill zone. You just don't want to do it, right? But so we gotta just like barely fit into on the line. And then there's this desk in the middle. Our main drill sergeant goes sits down. There's 2 other drill sergeants. I didn't put them on here, but they're also there. You know, he's going blah 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 blah. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. Blah 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 blah. And there's like this box on the desk, right? And you know, he's got to show that he's very, very angry. Later on, we find out that this is all an act, and obviously it's like an act, but it really doesn't seem like an act at the moment. Like these guys get like legit. I don't know how it is for other people, but like, I mean, it's probably because I wasn't like a scared. I was terrified at the time, so maybe it seemed more real. But like, I thought they were good actors and actresses. So, you know, this very angry drill sergeant that's in the middle at the desk grabs the box and throws it behind him, and then he says, if you want to quit, there's the door, something along those lines. And this brave man, this brave soul, I remember his names perfectly, but let's just call him Private Charles. He says, drill sergeant, I want to go home, or he wants to quit. The drill sergeant opened his offer. This man is so brave, because even if I wanted to quit at that moment, I would definitely not say it. I'd be too scared to even say anything, even if I wanted to. So this man I already know how much courage it took for him to say that. But oh my gosh, like, the drill sergeants absolutely have no chill when it comes to insulting you. Like, they will look at your appearance, and they will make fun of your appearance. They will look at anything. This is not part of the shark attack story, but there's this one guy I remember. He was like 21 or 22, very early 20s, right? They were like making fun of how he looked, because he did look older. He looked a lot older than what he looked a lot older. He looked like he was 30. Right? And he was like 21, 22. Man, I bet you did a bunch of drugs, huh? And then all this other stuff. So they literally have no chill. So Private Charles, I think he might have been 18. He was the 18 just like how I was. He looked like he was my age. He was super skinny just like how I was. So the drill sergeant threw something. He was like calling him a loser. He went up to his face. Like, you can it was bad. I actually had a pretty good eye. I'm not supposed to look anywhere but straight. I had a pretty good angle to see what was going on. Another drill sergeant, like one of the other ones, comes in, and then she joins him. I remember it was a female drill sergeant. She's like, did you really just say that? I mean, I don't know exactly what they were saying, but it was along those lines. I do remember one thing. And then another one comes in and then just kind of like says some miscellaneous stuff along those lines. One of them says he's pathetic. And I remember that female drill sergeant, she was like, I hope you don't have a girlfriend. If I had a boyfriend and he was like this, then I'd drop him in this. And like, I hope you don't have a girlfriend because you're being pathetic. You're being a loser. They were literally, this man starts crying. This Private Charles starts crying, and I remember that perfectly to this day. I remember that guy's name. There's a lot of people whose names I don't remember, especially him, because he actually ended up quitting. It took a couple weeks for him to finally get out. But I remember that guy's name perfectly. And of course, we got punished because he wanted to quit, because everything's like group punishments in the beginning. And after that, I just was like, wow, this is going to be a long 3 months. But to be honest, I mean, that's what I was thinking at the moment. It was actually not that bad. It's actually fun. I can believe that. Even though this video looks super like low effort, it took me so long to make this, mainly because I don't really know what I'm doing. So if you enjoyed it, leave a like, and thank you for watching.